What's up? What do you think? What do you think of the Shrek fit? That's the Shrek fit. What do you think of the Shrek fit?
I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy.
So when I say funny story, it's because my Monday went like this. I went to a Marcus Mystery screening, you know, the one where I got to see Babes, the one where I got to see Ezra, my most surprising movie of the year. So it's no telling what this movie could be. I thought it was going to be piece by piece because it's an animated movie, not animated, but it's a PG movie, hour and a half, lots of kids there. Thought it was going to be piece by piece, not the Will Ferrell, but the Pharrell Williams biopic with Legos. It was not. It was Blink. Have you heard of that movie? It's because it's a National Geographic documentary. I was not happy. So me and my brother watched 5 minutes of it, said screw this, we left, finally got to check out The Wild Robot. My brother, going right into the movie, right before the movie started, he said, this movie is going to be, and I quote, ass. Alright, before I share my thoughts, please make sure to subscribe, the like button, hit the bell, and comment down below what is your opinions on The Wild Robot. I want to know all that and more down below in the comment section. With that said, let's get started talking about The Wild Robot and why it is my favorite movie of the year and one of the best animated movies of the decade so far. And it's hard to talk about, it's not hard to talk about this movie, but it's hard to say it's my favorite of the year because this is a year where we got Dune Part 2 and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Two fantastic movies, so it's hard for me to name a new favorite of the year, but I think this one has to be it. Man, oh man, was I blown away by this movie. DreamWorks did it again. In case you can't tell, I'm wearing the Shrek fit. Rate the Shrek fit down below in the comment section. But anyways, The Wild Robot, I saw the trailer. I had no hopes going into it until Fantastic Fest happened and all the reviews happened and everybody was like going crazy after it. Then I got really excited to see it. Man, it lived up to the hype. The very beginning of the movie, you feel a sense of awe and wonder and sadness. You feel sadness in the character of our wild robot, of Roz. And it just feels so wonderful, while also so emotional. This is a very emotionally potent movie. For a movie about an animal or a robot hanging out with talking animals. Like, kids will have their fun with the movie. There is no shortage of fun stuff. This movie's hilarious, but it's also extremely emotional and had me in tears by the end of the movie. I sobbed my eyes out at the end of the movie because I think this is just one of the most emotionally potent, beautiful, and fantastic films that DreamWorks has ever made. From, like I said, from the very beginning of it, it's just emotionally potent. You feel a sense of wonder, of awe. The score is great, but at the same time, you also feel bad for Roz. And then once she gets the duckling that she has to raise, you feel the emotion in that. And the movie's just a giant metaphor for parenting, which is hard because I'm not a parent. So, like, the emotions of parenting are hard to connect to other people that aren't parents. And as not a parent, it still felt connecting. Because from the very beginning of the movie, you have the sense of wonder, the sense of having to care for something. Then in the middle of the movie, you have the sense of almost losing something you love, of the teenage years, or, you know. And by the end of the movie, you have growing up, or parent passing away, is how I interpreted it. And it's very emotional as you're with Roz, the robot, as she's figuring out the love for all of these animals and the love that she has for this little duckling. It is beyond emotional and fantastic. I cannot stress how much that the metaphor really worked, especially for somebody who's not a parent. It's beautiful. The movie was beautiful. It is fantastic. I love this movie. And other things, the animation, drop dead gorgeous. I mean, this is some of the best animation I've ever seen on screen. From the very beginning, like, it's just absolutely gorgeous. The kind of animation it is, I love it. The score, like I mentioned, really helps it feel, like, earthly. It helps it feel more than it actually is, and that's part of the reason why it can be so emotional, because the score is fantastic. The voice cast, don't get me started on the voice cast. Fantastic. Lupita Nyong'o as Roz, great. Pedro Pascal as the fox, fantastic. The voice cast is a 10 out of 10 voice cast. It's phenomenal. It is one of the best voice casts that I've ever seen in a movie. So, man, the thing that I have to talk about with this movie is I just cannot stress enough how much it uses the metaphor for parenting, uses all that, and makes it just an emotionally potent film to where I was in tears by the movie, blown away by this movie as well. I love this movie so much. It is my favorite movie of the year. I think the one thing I'd have to say if I was going to say something negative about it was the third act where like they're fighting all the robots, like what was heavily teased in the trailer is not as good as the rest of the movie. It's like you go from having this emotionally potent film of caring for one another and parenting and all that to, oh no, the robots want Roz, let's fight the robots. And it's not bad. Like, it's still entertaining. It's just not as good and kind of took me out of the movie just a little bit. But right after that ends, we got back to the metaphors and back to the emotions. But that's the thing that's going to get your kids entertained. And so this is a movie that could entertain kids. But most importantly, this is a movie that can blow someone like me away. Someone who watches 200 movies a year and can still find animation this compelling, this potent, this fantastical. I love. So before I give you my final score for The Wild Robot, let me know down below what is your opinions on The Wild Robot. I want to know all that and more down below. With that said, thank you guys for clicking on this video. The Wild Robot, emotionally potent, animation beautiful, voice cast beautiful. I can go on and on and on and on about how fantastic this movie is, how it is my favorite movie of the year. I love this movie. That's why The Wild Robot is going to get an A+. Again, let me know down below what is your opinions on The Wild Robot. Transformers ranking will be the next video. I plan on filming that tomorrow, hopefully getting it edited by tomorrow. So thank you guys for that. And with that said, subscribe, join the Nerd Army. Peace out.